This is our home. It's a studio complex, a community of artists. It's a manifesto, a living, breathing piece of art that is talking about how we view the world and what we want to see in it. When I first came to this country, I was about 8 years old, and it was quite a traumatic experience, actually. I came from Hungary, and I came from a very large, warm, loving family to just my mother and I. And I kind of went a little mute. When you're silenced, you just start to perceive things differently. I started to concentrate on just little impulses of beauty. Those tended to be flowers and all the colours of lifeboats. That's what they were to me. Vulnerability is an incredible state, isn't it? It's not about being clever. It's about unzipping yourself and opening yourself out. This piece came out of thoughts about childbirth and about women's bodies. This was taken immediately after the birth of my third child. I deliberately left it out. The blue-green is what happened over 16 years. My life feeds into everything, and yet I'm not interested in my bit of it. It's about these greater, bigger conversations. Childbirth, women's experiences, female bodies, our concepts of beauty, and how that resonates with other people. I did try and make all these pieces seem timeless. The formalism, the slight classical quality of them is a very deliberate choice from me to talk outside of the zeitgeist. The only thing that counts for me is authenticity, is really saying what I want to say in the way I want to say it. I started this investigation into statuary. Particularly, I'm interested in statues of women and intersex peoples. I started to become obsessed with the ones that were decaying, wanting to patch them up and wanting to heal. It's all an act of love. The size I display things, the women who get displayed at these huge monumental scales, that's a massive act of love. I was a theatre director. I did that for about 10 years. And so I quite often think in terms of theatre design. When you work in theatre or when you work in film, you're reliant on other people being part of your creative process. And what I realised quite late in life is actually in order to talk really directly to people, there had to be the minimal between me and the thing I'm creating. I've become obsessed by these women that flit in and out of the background of photographs where they're not the central character, where you would barely notice them. I rephotographed those women with a macro lens, and I played very much with chiaroscuro and the light and changed that so that it gives them this almost holy-like appearance. And then now I've enlarged them. They had the tiniest space in the background of a photograph, and now they have this massive space. The thing for me about all these installations is that they're different in every environment you find them in. I've always wanted to hang the works out in the space. It's a completely different feeling. It's a completely different narrative. I think there's something about them being able to breathe in the wind that really enticed me. I like it that she has space. I like it that she's here, and I like it that she has space and that she's watching. I was raised to think that an artist is a genius who is fully formed and produces works of genius. And what I come to realise as I've gone through life is that that's not what art is at all. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be male. You don't have to be fully formed. You can just be honest.